Hello and welcome to the eSeniors GT3 Championship warm-up race taking place at Nürburgring this week. Bit of a prelude again for the weekend races. The championship officially starts on Monday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday it all kicks off, starting with the Ginetta Cup sponsored by PWS, which will take place on Tuesday, and then at the moment it's looking like GT4, that's to be debated. We've also got obviously the GT3 Group 2 and Group 1 races. But next week is when it all kicks off. Quite a good turnout today, 36 cars on track. Should be quite an interesting race. All mixtures of drivers, some from Group 2, some from Group 1. So a good split there. Should be plenty of battles to keep me busy. Consequently, with there being so many cars, I'm going to have my work cut out. So yeah, that'll be really interesting. Because I've no idea how this is going to go. I've got two screens running again today, so not only have I got to try and keep track of one timing screen, I've got to try and keep track of a second timing screen and keep track of the angles of the cameras on that one as well. So yeah, woe is me and all that, but I'm all doing it for your entertainment, and hopefully you really enjoy today's race. So obviously they're in just open qualifying at the moment. I will switch to the open qualifying session for you just so you can see what's going on really. But at this moment in time, there's really, no point in trying to work out who's quick and who's not. I can tell you who one of the quickest guys on track's been. And can I see his name, or has he quit? He's no longer on the server, but he was banging lap times in before, really good. Now, I don't know whether that was in qualifying trim or in race trim. But one of the fastest people on track at the moment, it is on track actually, is Marco Loshkadine, and Tommy Hellstrom is the other guy. Tommy was running in the 155s before. As I said, I don't know if that was qualifying pace or race pace, but he was looking pretty damn quick. Marco's running for a 155 as well. He's running in the Honda. So quite a number of different cars set up on there. I will show you the cars that people are running, and then what we'll see is we'll look at the personal best, so you get a good understanding of who's on track and who's achieving what. As a result of the car they're in. Honda's becoming more and more popular, but I will say there's quite a good showing of Astons at the moment. Aston's obviously one of the cars that's gained from the latest bopping, and consequently a number of people have picked the Aston. Not 100% certain it's going to obliterate the Honda or obliterate the Audi at the moment, but I think it's easier to drive. I could be wrong there, but when I driven it, I did find it really easy to drive. And consequently, it's quite a decent car. The BMW is still up there. We're with Johan at the moment, as we know. Johan's a quick driver, and he's looking to go into the 155s as well. I wouldn't count him out of doing well in the championship. Actually, quite a good racer. I've raced quite closely with him, and he does really enjoy this. Just a shame for his livery on his car, but I would say that being a red of a competing team. Let's have a look around the track and pick up one or two individuals who I can try and home in on, actually. People who have not done a bit of a chat about in the past. So let's look at Bruce Hopkins. Bruce doesn't race all the time. I think he's a quick guy. I think he's been a busy guy, but if I'm not mistaken, I could have the wrong guy here, but he might have just retired. And consequently, he's now going to have a bit more time available to dedicate to sim racing. When you watch him, actually, he's surprisingly quick, and I don't mean that in a negative manner. When I first joined, I think Bruce was just an also-ran. As the time's gone on, though, he's got faster and faster, and when he was in the groups he was in last season, he was really putting pressure on the guys at the front. So, yeah, he's quite a quick guy, to be fair, is Bruce. Let's see who else I can pick on. Ricard, I don't think Ricard raced last season, actually, in Season 4. It's good to see him back on track, actually. And I've had some really good battles with Ricard when I was when I first joined. A very, very quick driver. We had some really close battles, but really never come to contact. I will say he's a very respectful driver as well. I will say most of the drivers are. It's fair to say we are seniors by nature, and I think on the track, although we can be aggressive, we do try to be quite gentlemanly-like on track. Occasionally, the heat gets us a little bit, but I think it's fair to say, in general, we're not too bad from from what you might see in public lobbies. Mistakes always happen, incidents always happen. We'll never get rid of that, especially when you're talking 36 cars on track. You know, to get around first corner with 36 cars without carnage or pandemonium, or two freezes, I can say. Could be quite interesting. Yeah, so Rickard, good to see him back on track, as I said, and it looks like he's decided to pick the Porsche. Who else can we look at? Is that? Oh, yeah, I'll tell you who I can pick on. Mr. Noble. I say pick on because I had a really good battles with him last season. Very matched me, him and Derek, actually, Derek Bird. And last season, some really good battles. Brands Hatch and that, I think, is one that stands out to me, really. But he took a break in the summer. He didn't race in any of the summer championships. It's his privilege to do that. Not forced to race. He come back the other day, and I think it's fair to say he felt a bit rusty. So as he felt a bit rusty, I think he struggled the first race back. But I will say he's been on track a while now. I saw him a good hour ago on track, and he seems to have found his mojo. I don't know if he found it in the boot of his car, but he's racing the BMW. I don't think he was a BMW last time. I think he was an avid McLaren fan. So a big change there with David, deciding to pick the BMW. It is an easy car, it's fair to say, but you know, it does take a bit of courage to change your car. Let's go to one of our Australians, Ollie Lenotner. I think I've mentioned this before, he's a truck driver by trade. Slowly getting faster and faster, actually. He's been taking some lessons, he's been watching videos, and he's been learning a few things, and this is his brand spanking new livery, I think it's fair to say. So I'm sure he's going to be quite happy showing that new livery off. I think it's a livery courtesy of Nikos Margaritis. Hi JC, welcome to the stream, my friend. So let's see what else we've got. 37 on track now. Getting busier. Busier. Ooh, let's see who we can pick out of the bunch. There's a lot of people to pick out. I'm going to see if I've got liveries of everyone right this time. So have I got Martin's livery? Because I think last time he was on, it might have been a Ginetta, it was a black car. But that's definitely his new livery. Let's see if I can find one of the PWS guys. Yeah, the PWS guys in the Honda. So I've got the livery as well. That was only just given to me about 2 hours ago. So that's a brand spanking new livery. And I've got that on both machines. So when I do the split screen, you'll see... well, yeah, you'll see... obviously from that perspective you'll see the liveries on that machine, on that screen as well. So yeah, I'm operating the split screen again today, so it just adds a little bit to the event. It's nice for chases when there's two battles going on track and we can't show them both. It's also good for intense battles with two cars. Well, you've got a train of 3 cars or 4 cars, and we can go between them all. And we've now got 39 on track. So Eric Dance just appeared, so he's in the dark coloured BMW with the red roof, the one that's got its lights at the back flashing near to Derek's. And Eric's Belgium. Again, had some really nice battles with Eric. In fact, some really good battles on this track actually stands to mind. I think it was in the wet, and hunted him down for lap after lap after lap, and managed to get him just before the chicane. But superb clean racing, and again, missed the likes of Eric during the summer break because he just didn't race. But obviously now he's back. We're hopefully going to end up with the full grid. Now I don't know if anyone's going to join me in the commentary booth. I'm sure I'll find out. The usual suspects, Mr. Bourne and Mr. Rogers, aren't on track either. So at this moment in time, I don't think they're going to be either racing or joining me in the booth. But there is an open invite for anybody. Hi Maverick. Hi Don. Welcome guys. Yeah, I started the stream a little bit early so you can just see what's going on, and while people join, as I said, we're into 39 cars on track now. So that's a significant number to race against, and I just hope it doesn't go pear-shaped at the beginning of lap 1, because that will be absolute carnage. 39 hunks of metal coming to stop in the same place. I should imagine could be quite scary for anybody. I'm just going to come back to a bit of a break now. Got Manny out on track, Manu Sousa. Lives in currently I think he lives in Africa, and they do have power issues there, so he can only race based on when he's allowed to switch his mains on. Otherwise, they have power cuts, and you will see him occasionally post. I think Tony Whitten is another one who gets power cuts as well. And they have to try and work the racing around the power cuts to get schedules. Yeah, Maverick, 38 missiles. Ironic with your name called Maverick, isn't it, really? Something you'd be used to firing. A bit of a Top Gun joke there. But yeah, I'm sure your name's something to do with Top Gun, perhaps. I don't know. I just know you've got a name that's familiar. Just waiting for the server to be reset. And there you go. And I'll get rid of the rubbish off the screen. I'll get the other machine. We are not in official qualifying yet. I'll just re-stress that. We are not in official qualifying yet. So at this point in time, we'll see a few cars going out. And they'll be probably running down the straight, down the pit lane. And there you go. You can see just a few cars coming down the pit lane. Oh, Stefan, what's up, mate? You're not around? Oh, you're out and about? Because that's a hell of a grid. I'm sure you do really well as well. Hi, by the way, Stefan. Well, you're at another farmer's market or something. I think the last couple of times I've spoke to you, you've been on a farmer's market. Or you've commented you've been on a farmer's market. Well, the weather's absolutely appalling here. I'm a private pilot, but also fly. Ah, nice. Nice. So, flying RC model jets. Years ago, my dad built a Spitfire. 1/8 real size. It was massive. Unfortunately, he finished building it. It had the engine in it. He got the controller for it. They changed a bit of the legislation over here. But I think it was very unfortunate that he passed away before he got a chance to fly it. So it was an amazing machine. He did have a test plane as well to learn how to use the ropes. Quite a battered up one, but it was designed to do that. Cheers, Terry. Thanks very much. Visiting grandchildren across state. You can't complain about that, Stefan. Visiting your grandchildren, mate. I'm sure they love to see you. I don't have grandchildren. So at the moment in time, I stay home. For yeah, the GT4 was quite good. A 1/5 scale, so that's massive. Then if the one we've got was a 1/8, I know it had a hell of an engine in it. So yeah, Dodd, what can possibly go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? Yep, nothing obviously. 3 wide. The other day I went in 4 wide. So yeah, three wide's nothing. That's a drop in the ocean, that. I really don't know how to call this. I'm looking at who's on track, and I know we've got Mark Neutlings. He's quick. He could do really well. Tommy Hellstrom could do really well. Let me look. Roman Mark is very quick here. Klaus Trapp is very quick here as well. Not seen Craig here, but Craig is a quick driver. Marco has been shown to be fast. Johan is very quick at the moment, so I think it could be any one of them really. To be honest, David Gerrard can be fast as well, so interesting to see where this goes. We've got a couple of minutes left to go before official qualifying, and then off we go. 156.2 places you, I would say, easily within the top 10. Oh, I couldn't tell you the wingspan wasn't that big, but it was bloody big enough, and the engine was massive on it. But as I said, sadly it never flew. So it's just one of them sad things where he also built a ship as well. The ship he built was amazing. But again, sadly, he just never got to play with them. I'll see. Not wrong. Well, I was going to say not wrong with your hearing, Chris, but that's obviously not the case, is it? The booth is free if you want to join me, sir. Entirely up to you. I'm solo at the moment. 39 cars. It could be carnage, pandemonium, all of the above, any of the above. Let's come into what will be official qualifying any second now, and I think that is going to be official qualifying. So, who's going to be the lucky person today who I pick on, or what's going to be the outlap? So what we'll do is we'll pick, obviously let them get the first lap out of the way because they've got starting halfway down the straight, and then I'll do a bit of a lap tour. Okay, so I mean, there's 39 cars to choose from. I could throw a coin up in the air and say heads or tails. I'm going to click on. I tell you what, I'm going to click on Terry, Mr. Trowbridge, and what I'll do is on the other screen I will show it from Helicam, just so you can see. I'll go cockpit on Terry, and then I'll show Helicam in the picture-in-picture, so you can see where he is. So obviously we're not expecting people to pass Terry here. I'm not going to comment on this lap because it's a cold tyre lap. He needs to get his laps in, and then his first flying lap I'll do a bit of a tour of the track, explain the track corners. I'll give you my interpretation of how to take the corners as well. I appreciate Chris is in the chat, and he probably takes different corners and stuff, but you'll get the point and purpose of what I'm saying really. And the areas to look out for. There's a couple of areas on this track that will catch you out, and if you get it wrong, it will put you in the wall, I think it's fair to say. And it's all about pushing too hard. And I don't think the car matters. You can have a very stable car. Well, 39 is certainly interesting. It's going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun in the sun. Better stop singing, otherwise I'll get Chris joining me and coming up with other songs again. He's just coming up to the end now, which is the bit of a chicane called Wiedel. Wiedel, however you want to pronounce it. And he's coming around the final corner, and he'll get his foot down now. His tyres will have warmed up probably enough. He'll go flat out. He'll keep the car left, brake around the 100 metre marker, and it'll take him into the Castrol S. He'll brake around the 100 metres, and they'll get the car to come around and cut the corner as much as possible within track limits. He'll get the car, some go right here a little bit, and then you want to take the apex as close as possible into the Mercedes arena. Get the power down, bit of a slide there, and then trying to take the apex of this corner as you come in. Keep the car left as much as possible so you can maximise the benefit of the corner coming out on the right. Again, watch this for track limits. And then we're coming up to what is RTL. Keep the car to the left hand side and get the power down as soon as possible into the forward curve. Power out as soon as possible to get the power down on the straight, and this is a corner where you can go off, over rotate, you'll hit that wall on the right hand side if you're very unfortunate. Now coming to the Dunlop curve. Probably second gear for this one. Oh, he's taking it in first gear. Okay. You hit the curb too close there, you'll spin the car around. Get the power down, get the car to the right, cut the corner a little bit, and into the Michael Schumacher S's. You sometimes just have to dip the power a little bit here to go up here, and if you get it wrong there, you will slide. And then come up to the left-hander called the Kumo curve. He's braking around that barrier there. Cut the corner as much as possible, drift the car right, then left. And he's backed right off here now. So, yeah, we'll sit on board with him, but I think he's kind of killed his lap a little bit. Don't really want to get in the way of that other driver, so he's going to put his foot down. Yeah, and then he comes down to, he's just on the bit curve, Hatson Box Bogan. And then he's come up to Wiedel, which if you get this wrong, again, you'll just completely total the car. And in fact, if you get these two wrong, you could end up in the pits indirectly. And then the final curve onto the start finish straight is the Coca-Cola curve. So that's your rundown of the track, just so you're aware of what the content of the track is. I know you probably all know that anyway, but it's just a bit of an assistance. So at the moment, guy in the lead is a 156.2. I do think we'll see a 155 as qualifying goes on. And I think 155 will steal it. We've now got 41 cars on track. 41 cars on track. This is going to be exciting. So Tommy is 9/10 up from his last lap. Tommy's one of the guys who I think is going to be looking quite promising in this race. I've seen him on track already, and he's looked pretty lightning to be honest. And there you can see a 155.3 from Tommy. So I predicted 155. I also said Tommy was looking promising here. I'm not too far wrong there. Let's see who else is looking who's looking quick. Let's tell you what. Let's sit on board with Woody. And actually, I'll sit on board with someone who's about to come through the lap, and then we'll jump to Jonathan Wood. So Krista's racing today. He's in the McLaren. Topo Chico. That's his team. I think he'll get into the 156s, Krista. I don't think he'll be fast enough to get within the top 3 anyway. Because there's some guys on this track who are absolutely lightning. Yeah, he's got into that corner too fast, and he's had to really slow the car down. I mean, he's still up, but he could have. I reckon he could have gained 2 tenths there into that corner. Flat out here. Braking between the 100 and the 50, cutting across the corner, getting the power down and drifting the car to the right there. That's how you take that corner at full tilt. So he's still he's 4 tenths up. Is Krista 5 tenths up? Needs the power down soon. 6 tenths up. He's lost a tenth there. A bit late on the power. 157.5. He's going to get into the 156s like I predicted. And he did it at 157 flat, so he didn't quite do that. Okay, I said we'd jump on board with Mr. Wood. So this is Wood's outlap. I've not seen Wood on track in a while, so it'd be interesting to see, really. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes. And I've just had note, Malcolm Hutchin has got a power cut. Oh, what a shame, Malcolm. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, because he was one of the ones on track as well, so yeah, definitely a shame. So that would have been 42 cars on track. So here we go. Let's see if Mr. Wood can do a flyer and gives an indicator on top of Tommy just how quick he can get the BMW to fly. Team Woody. Ooh, I think he's a bit of lagging going on there. And bearing in mind the servers in the States, that was a bit of a... not a good sign, that, was it? Some real lag going on. Now, I don't know if that's just Jonathan or my connection, but I will say I'm only using the commentary. So from my perspective, I'm not actually pushing the connection at all. Good lap, though. I couldn't tell you how far up he is because I've got no base lap to run from. But he does seem to be getting the power down in the right places. Be interesting to see if he catches that car in front. Bit late on the power there, so I would imagine he'll get a little bit quicker as the qualifying session goes on. And there you go, the Aston's just moved out the way for him before he was starting to get a bit twitchy, thinking, am I going to get my lap in here? Not a bad corner. Needs to get this one nailed. He's kept the power down well there. Bit of a correction. As the car started to oversteer, he just overcorrected. He managed to correct it there. Flat round here. Keep it absolutely nailed. Running quite high TC. We seem to take that very gentle, actually. You can really push it through there, so I think that's lost him a bit of time. But let's see how he's going to go on this lap anyway. This will give us an indication of the performance of Mr. Wood. So where's he going to go? And he goes into 8th position with a 156. We've got 4 drivers in the 155s. Tommy, David Gerrard, Marco and Derek Bird. And then the next one down from that is one of the Ferrari cars of Paolo Neves. So Paolo's been getting quicker and quicker as we've seen him on track recently. Frank Tennant has joined us. A couple of hellos to the stream. Horror Man, alright folks, thank God for 4G. I presume that's Mr. Hutchin. Hi Peter. Honda's doing great, mate, but it has been doing all week on every track, so I don't think that's anything new there. And Mr. Bourne, I believe, is joining the commentary, although I can't hear him as of yet. There he goes.
Muted myself. Good evening, all. Evening, Mark.
Hi, Chris. How are you feeling, mate? Recovering?
Yeah, not great.
All right.
I can't be asked to do anything.
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying there. But you're on the mend, I take it.
Yeah, I'm getting there. We're getting there. Fancy a big bowl of ice cream, that's what I fancy.
Oh dear. You got tonsil problems.
Sore throat, yeah, like mad.
Just on board with the Thunderbirds here, and Craig's 9 tenths up. This will put him into the low 156s if he can keep it going. And that's put him into the 156.4. So Tommy, who's currently in pole, is going faster. He's 2 tenths up. If he gets another 10th, he's going to be in the 154s. That's going to be really interesting if he can achieve that, because that's a blisteringly fast time. I think Peter did that the other day in the Honda. a 154.2. But yeah, he's in a BMW as well, so again, that's a bit of a different challenge because the BMW doesn't seem to be, I'm going to say doesn't seem to be fast here. Obviously in Tommy's hands it's really quick, and I think Johan's looking quick as well, although I can't see Johan. Johan's in 17th place at the moment.
I think the BM rides the curbs well, doesn't it? So I think for the amount of curbs in this circuit, I think it will just do well anyway.
Yeah, it does. It does, yeah. Hi, Dimitri. Yeah, I think that's one of the attributes that the BMW's got over the other cars. You can really fling it over the corners, where some of the cars just don't like the corners at all. So Tommy was up. He's gone to a 155 flat now. So let's jump on board with someone else. In fact, let's jump on board with Johan himself. Johan is 8 tenths up, 9 tenths up, a second up. He's losing time there. But, this will put him into the very low 156s. He's trying to break into the 155s. He needs to gain another couple of tenths, really, to give him that guarantee. Otherwise, he's going to be languishing in 5th and 6th place. Languishing. I wonder if I thought he gained another second there. Let's see how he does in this corner. Does he gain into this corner? Because you can gain in this corner if you get it right. No, he's lost time, actually. Let's see what he goes through. Vedel. Yeah, 1.1 seconds up now, so he's looking quite tasty. 1.2 seconds up, so he's definitely a 155 here. It's how far.
Did you say that one was called Vidal?
Vedel, yeah.
That's why I don't know it, because it's a hair product, isn't it?
It's not spelled Vidal. It's
Vedal. Okay, sorry, I thought it was. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So he's 1.7 up now. So yeah, it's VEEDOL. Vidal. So where did he end up? He ended up in 3rd place. As I said, Johan was quick. So that's 2 BMWs out of the top 3. And they're only split by David Gerard, who's in a Honda. So they are 3 of the names I mentioned early on. Marco was one as well. Derek, Mark Neutlings. So I'm not done too bad there, to be fair. Jonathan Wood's 3 tenths up, but he's only looking to break into the 155s. Compared to the times, he's not setting the world on fire. Laszlo, we've got 2 minutes to go, is 1.1 second up at the moment in the orange Mercedes. This will put him into the 156 threes if he can keep it up. And that'll move him up to around 10th place. So can he get into the top 10, Laszlo? Let's see if he can actually do that and keep the power. He's lost a load of time there. He's lost nearly over half a second in that sector alone. So he's now really struggling to get into the 156s as it stands. So it should be... he's gained a bit of time there, 1/10 up. He's going to get into the 156 if he can carry on here. He's lost time through there. He's lost a lot of time through there. He's lost all his time in that one corner alone. Wow. Let's jump on board with Bruce Hopkins. Just as he crosses the line, a 157 flat takes him into 19th place. Uwe in the Mercedes. He's currently 157.6. He's 3 tenths up. That'll take him into the 157 threes, which will move him up about 5 places, depending on he's lost a tenth actually, so he's only going to move up a couple of places. Who else have we got? We've got Adam Rios in the Gulf Porsche. He's 9 tenths up at the moment, just under a second, but his best time's a 158.9, so he's trying to break into the 157s. He's losing time. Everyone seems to be losing time towards the end of qualifying in this little sector actually. Although he broke very late there and seemed to gain a bit. Though he's now 1.1 second up. He was losing time. He's let the car keep the momentum into the corner. And because he's done that, he's getting faster down here now. So he's 1.2 seconds up. He's definitely going for a 157 time. He lost a tenth there. But he did keep going. And Woolly Pie has left the chat because he's joined the race. Hi, Danny. So 42, Don Harvey, Woolly Pie has jumped on at the last minute and will start at the back because he will not get a valid lap in as we stand. I think qualifying's pole is definitely set. Only person on track who's doing better at the moment is Mark Neutlings. And he's only 2 tenths up. His best is a 155.9. He's only looking at a 155.7.
not going to quite get there, is he?
No. There's no one remotely close to doing anything outstanding at the moment. Mark Christopher is half a second up. He could move into the 155s here. And he does a 155.8, so he's just bumped Mark Neutlings down even further. So that 10th that Mark's on could be valuable for either 6th or 7th position, because this track can be hard to pass on, as Mr. Holtz found out yesterday against Mr. Christopher. So, yeah, he's lost his time here. He needs to really fling it through the chicane to maximise any time at all. Otherwise, he's going to end up starting on 7th position, and he's not gained anything there at all. Yeah, he's in the red at the moment, so that's not he's not going to gain on that. So, only other person out who's doing well, Mr. Wood, is 4/10 up.
Could sneak into 6th place.
He could end up with a one. Yeah, if he can gain another 10th, put him into a good position. That, but I think he's going to be in 6th at the moment as it stands. He needs to nail this corner. He's done that really well. He hasn't lost any time. Get his braking point right and get the power down early. 6/10. There you go.
It's only a matter of time, wasn't it?
There's his 7/10.
Gains shed loads of him.
Yeah, there you go. 3rd place for Mr. Wood. Excellent. So yeah, that was a really good start by a really good qualifying session by Mr. Wood there. Yeah, that's unbelievable. So just to review that, we've got the first 9 drivers are in the 159s. Wow. I bet if we did this race, if we looked at this race last time we did it, I bet they're all in the 156s. But yeah, wow. So let's go to an intro and then we'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back. We're just waiting for the grid to form, and then we'll do a grid walk. Obviously, there's a lot of cars on track, so I'll have to really rattle through the grid walk, and hopefully I'll get every car mentioned. If not, apologies in advance of that. So yeah, let's see where things start. Turn around. 45 drivers, look out turn 1. Well, it's 42 drivers, so not quite 45, but yeah, the point's the same, isn't it? Kevin, where is Kevin actually? Kevin's in 39th, so he's going to get a really good view of this. So what I need to do on the other screen is work out where the best viewpoint's going to be. Now, what my plan was to sit on board with Frank Tennant in the mini window and watch Frank start, and have the camera at the start of the grid. What do you reckon, Chris?
Sounds like a good idea. Well, my game crashed because I've got Johnny still sitting in the final.
Oh, right.
First corner.
Right, here we go.
It's changed now.
It has, yeah. So I'm just going to get the grid set up. I'm just going to make my camera sorted, because I've got to get it all right, otherwise it starts playing silly beggars as cars disconnect and go to the pits and stuff. So, okay, let's do a bit of a rundown. I'll be very quick here. So we got Tommy Hellstrom in pole in the yellow BMW. We then got David Gerrard, Jonathan Wood. We've then got Johan Larsson, Marco Loschgadin, Derek Bird, Mark Christopher, Mark Neutlings, Paolo Neve, David Noble, Laszlo Nemeth, Craig Holmes, Klaus Trapp, Michael Seichter, Richard McKay, Eric Dont, Krista Hugh Morris, Melvin Garland, Don Queen, Martin Bailey, Bruce Hopkins, Terry Trowbridge, Ollie Lenortner, Uwe Tholen, Rickard Westin, Danny Britos, Adam Rios, Kenneth Lingham, Ken Russell, Jeremy Arabas, Andy Skelton, Paolo Biondi, Brian Banks, Benny Heim, Aaron Shannon, Manuel Sousa, Andreas Pettersson, Kevin Torrance, Trevor Evans, one of the new guys, Frank Tennant, and Don Harvey, aka Wooly Pie. So I'm just going to try and get my mouse back, because when you do this you lose your mouse. And I've got my mouse back, so I'll put this one to the front. And what I'll do is I'll go to Frank at the back. I'll do this from the driver. And I'll put the view on from Frank's perspective, if I can get that so it's set up right. I'll do it from the bonnet,
no pressure
actually.
on Frank whatsoever.
No, so there you go. So we're going to see the view from Frank, charging through the field as he does. And what I'll do is I'll go to the helicam of the start grid, just as they're starting to roll now. This is going to be really interesting, and hopefully I'm not going to let you all down. Hi Jorgen, welcome to the stream. So I think that the top three will probably shoot off a little bit. And I think it's the first time I've seen Wood race in a couple of weeks, actually. Now let's see if Frank can do one of his lightning starts. Obviously it's going to be quite, hopefully not chaotic, but I'm sure we're going to get to see a good view regardless. I will try and keep track of what's going on. And there we go, we've gone green, and it's lights out, and away we go, as they say in Formula 1. Frank's already dispatched one. Jonathan's going on the left-hand side. Tommy's got the racing line. Are we going to see cars going through? Oh, we go. And that, I'm not too sure what happened there.
Turn one, carnage!
Carnage. Where's the carnage? There you go. Carnage. You would get carnage. And they're still at it coming round the corners. In fact, there's incidents everywhere here. There's cars flashing up all over the screen, and the software's struggling to keep up with it. What the hell is going on here? There's incidents everywhere. I just can't keep track of it. And Frank's parked up behind Andreas. He's trying to bump him out of the way.
There's a group of cars having a conversation off track.
I know. He's just trying to work that out. And there's your carnage. Yeah. Oh dear. Let's try and go back to the racing. What's going on? So, where did Wood go? Wood ended up in 11th, so Wood's now charging again. I'd like to go back and do the start again and look at the start again, but I don't really want to do that. We've got a car going wide there, and that's Klaus Trapp in the BMW going wide, and that's allowed Laszlo to come up the side. Still going to be contact, and Laszlo's off into the wall. And that's Klaus going off as well there, so I think that was coming. You could see that coming. There's a couple of other cars coming around the corner. And Laszlo's trying to rejoin, nearly took another car out, and that was Terry Trowbridge he managed to avoid. Don Queen made contact with Hugh Morris or vice versa. Not too sure. And we've got Eric trying to go up the inside of Hugh Morris at that point in time. Johan's putting a lot of pressure on Mark Christopher, so we'll quickly go to that battle. To be honest, there's battles all over the place, so I'm going to try and home in on a couple and just see if I can... I mean, that looks like quite a good viewpoint. What I'm going to do is put that on Helicam and put it into the second screen. So you can see we've got a battle going on there with Paolo, Biondi, Shannon and Banks. And we can see here we've got Derek Bird. Well, it looks like he's been passed by Johan actually. And Derek Bird's trying to pass Johan now. All going around the corner. Yeah. Oh, I thought there was contact there. Was the contact? It looked like the front of Johan's just made a bit of a twitch. It's not registered as contact, but there's arrows all over the screen. It's very difficult to keep up with this. Very difficult to keep up with this. There's just so much going on. Martin Bailey's really dropped down as well. Frank is gaining places. Yeah, so let's go to Don Harvey in this window here, because Don is... oh, and there's a car off.
Someone just went to the right. I didn't see...
That's Ollie. So Ollie's just... Let's see what's happened with Ollie.
Oh, there's more carnage going on.
I'm trying to find Ollie, actually, what's going on, but I can't find
Eric
Ollie
and
now.
Richard McKay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've lost Ollie. There you get there. Ollie's whizzing down the screen, so I can't click on him.
Bruce is off track.
There's more cars off track than there is on track at the moment. At least Ollie's doing a safe join. Right, so I need to regroup here and work out where I am on track because I'm absolutely struggling. There's that many cars.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm lost. I think I'm in the pits. Got no clue.
Yeah,
All I know is Gerard is leading.
Yeah. And that's because they cut the impact at the beginning, isn't it? So we've still, I mean, there's a nice trail of cars there with Eric, with Don Harvey actually. So Don's made a good start considering he started at the back. But yeah, there's quite a few cars here. Don Queen's putting pressure on Michael Sykes. We've got Kenneth Lingham, who's putting pressure on Adam Rios. Adam Rios has made quite a good start actually. He started quite far down if I remember. He's already up to 14th place. Johan's still putting pressure on Mark Christopher. But we know Mark Christopher's very difficult to pass at the moment. Oh, so Christopher's quit, got hit several times and got turned around. Arthur seems more like ploughing a match rather than a race. And Stefan saying it's rather embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, I think some of the moves that were going on there, I think was probably not decent racing. But who am I to say that otherwise? You know, from that perspective. So we've got a couple of little battles going on here. You can see on the little screen, we've got Don making a pass on Terry Trowbridge. We know Terry can be quite a fighter, but Don's made that pass. So Don's really flying. Oh, he was really flying. He got took out there by Terry. Oh, and they're still hitting each other. Let's. I need to go back to that. Let's just do a replay on that because didn't quite understand what went on there. So Terry's in the red. They got very close there. No contact.
It looked like a bit of looked like a bit of afters.
I was half thinking that, but I'm trying to work out. I mean, oh, he's got hit there twice for his troubles. That's caused Terry to go off. Nah, I'm not too sure whether that was afters. He looked like he got his foot down and just caught him. But I'm sure Terry will lodge that. You can see there's a big gap, a bigger chain of cars now. Donny's going to start scrambling away here, and you can see the battles behind and battles in front actually. So you can see there's a good choke of cars going on. So we're currently on board with Danny. If we go to the rear wing of Danny, you can see what's going on in the rear wing there. And what we'll do is we'll find Danny on the other screen. Crikey, Charlie, this is harder than it sounds. And what we'll do is we'll go.
Those cars been updated because all their cars are black on my screen.
Yeah, he updated them today. He sent me them.
Okay.
And there's how you go. So you can see there, Danny.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Turn one. Derek is always there to pick up the pieces.
He is. Yeah, I'm going to go to the front because there's quite a lot of battles going on, and Johan's waiting. Well, Johan's gone very wide there. That'll be track limits. I don't know if that's a warning, but that's definitely got track limits written all over it.
He was just exploring another avenue.
I think he wasn't he? He was trying to work out where the best place to go is. We've got another battle going on there now. We've got Paolo Biondi and a few other cars just trying to work themselves out. In fact, I'm going to jump back to Bruce Hopkins on that screen so you can see what's going on. So Bruce is in the Aston Martin. I don't know if you can see the resolution there.
The woodpecker is knocking on the back of the Thunderbirds.
Just trying to work out. Well, yeah, you're right. Indeed.
Not literally.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know.
There you go. Yeah, he's really pushing wood, isn't he? You can see he's putting the car all over the curbs. Nice little battle going on towards the back there as well. As I said, Bruce, Melvin. As we know, Melvin's quite racy on this track. I think he does like this track. So Melvin's currently in 27th. He is putting pressure on Bruce, but Bruce is putting pressure on Ricard.
Oh, Rios been into the sand. Kenneth's through. He's just letting people through. And he's through as well.
Yeah, I can see that. That going again. Aaron nearly caught him as well. So Aaron.
In the Honda tonight.
I was about to say, Aaron's in the Honda. He's changed the car.
The power of dreams.
The power of dreams. And there's been a bit of a to-do going on here as well. Oh. Let's do a replay there because this was that was a second incident going on here. So we've got Trying to work out. So we've got Benny in the Lexus, who's gone very wide. Contact there with Danny, but Danny's all right. And then we've got the inside. Oh, he's gone really deep as the McLaren there. Coming back on. That's safe join. But then he clips Danny there. Danny does carry on going, luckily. Oof, there seems to be incidents everywhere. Thought we got that one out of the way. We've already lost a few drivers. We're down to 38 now. So I might be on one screen in a minute.
There is one good thing. It's not a championship race.
Yes. You can imagine quite a lot of cheesed off people, couldn't you?
If we're all women, we'll say it's premenstrual.
You said that, not me.
If there are any women watching, I'm sure you understand.
I'm sure they do. So Ken Russell was involved in a little contact there. Uwe's trying to pass him. I don't know if the contact was from Ken or into Ken. Unfortunately, I don't get to see that. Derek is putting lots of pressure on Mark Christopher now. I'd be interested to see what happens. The battles are starting to diminish now on track. Oh, what
left.
What the hell? I think someone lagged quite significantly there. Then Mr. Russell lagged so much so his car went off the track.
Whoa, Kenneth and
Andy, I've just seen that. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to that.
Great recovery, love pair of them. Oh,
yeah,
almost.
I'm going to show the. He's away back here, Andy Skelton, because Kenneth's in the front car and Andy's in the back one, because Kenneth's got the red splashes on his. So I wonder if Kenneth made a mistake. And it's like there's lots of lagging going on.
Yeah, there's lag, isn't it? Oh.
So lagged.
They're drifting.
What's going on? What is going on?
I mustn't laugh, but yeah, that's. Oh, could you imagine being both of them two and finally literally inside a car at the time?
Have we got another issue going on here, Mr. Holmes?
Something broke.
Let's see if this. I mean, I've never seen it lag like that before. I have to admit. Yeah, Terry's saying loads of lag.
Serious netcode, yeah.
I wonder if it's the new NVIDIA update that come out. Oh yeah, he got hit by Johan got hit by Craig. There was an NVIDIA update in the last couple of days. I wonder if the NVIDIA update's nobbled something.
It usually does, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
My game always crashes when it has an NVIDIA update.
Got a little bit of a battle going on here. Frank was involved in an incident. Richard McKay's gone into the pits. So I'm not sure what happened there, but he's decided to park it up. Derek's at the front, still putting pressure on Mark. Bruce Hopkins is putting pressure on Jeremy. I'll jump to that in a minute. The game's struggling because it's struggling to switch for me between the different cars, which is unusual.
It wouldn't be the amount of cars on track.
No. I think there's something. I think there's an NVIDIA issue going on here, because ironically I've updated both machines, and yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with me internet as far as I'm aware. I mean, that could be an issue, I suppose, but it'd be interesting to see if someone else says the same. Because
I've not updated mine, so.
Are you seeing the same lag, or are you seeing it on the stream?
I've seen it on the game.
On the
game itself. Yeah.
Chris is saying it's got to be the drivers. So let's see where we go. So we've got Bruce is putting pressure on. You can see in the little window, Derek has actually passed Mark Christopher now, and Derek's chasing down Hellstrom. So he has actually made the pass. I was concentrating on something else. Well, let's carry on. Where should we go to next?
I think Mr. Howes is going to change his name to Hellstrom.
You reckon?
Yeah, he loves that name.
Does he? So we got here. We got Marco. Apparently, according to Stefan, Marco caused that incident at the beginning, but he doesn't know whether the netcode meant it's just caused a bit of a braking issue.
He was very late in there.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say. Yeah. Wasn't quite Neutling's S though, was it?
It went on the grass.
Well, okay, fair comment. Yeah, how Mark avoided everyone that on that day is beyond me. Unbelievable. So Woods really putting pressure on Marco here, so you can see Woods trying to gain, and that'll put Wood into what will be 6th place. But Marco was saying to me he thinks he's in. He thought he was Group 2. Marco, not a chance. Saw him at Indy. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's a good try, isn't it?
Yeah, very good try. Oh, Wood. Then I thought Wood was shooting off. So Andy, it's a joke out there. I was being polite.
Did you get lots of lag, Andy? Because we played it back and it was like you used to like drifting inside each other. It was really bizarre.
Or is it just really bad racing? Be interesting for you to tell us, Andy. Actually, we're down to 34 drivers now, which means I've only got one screen to consider. I don't have to keep scrolling. Let's go to Ollie on the other screen because Ollie's putting pressure on, or he was. He's past him now. There you go. You can see. Oh, I thought there was contact there. Then that was a bit close. But Ollie's managed to pass his fellow New Zealander. I say fellow because they're close to each other, aren't they? I suppose. And what else have we got going on there at the moment? And Klaus has struggled well, but he's made it past Ricard. Kevin's still putting pressure on. Let's go to Mark Christopher on here, who's still putting pressure on Derek Bird after Derek Bird passed him. But Derek is now closing down Tommy. You can see that gap to Tommy's now really dissipated, and he's looking really quick now. Is Derek? There's 34 on track now. Yeah, question, Peter. Yeah, another couple of battles starting to appear now. Ken Russell.
Mr. Bailey is parked up again. I thought we come out of the pits. He was in the pits and he's come out and.
I didn't know he had pitted.
Turn 1, I think.
What, wide or on the inside?
On the inside.
He's quit.
Free now.
He's quit. He's called it a day as well. Yeah, I think he must have been. I think he must have been assaulted as well. Probably the best word to use, isn't it? Oh, and there's been an incident here. Oh, it's just a contact. Uwe and Brian Banks.
Is it all the energy switching over to the extremely extortionate prices one there? It's causing issues.
I think that's what it is. We've got
a car. Conspiracy.
Got another car off. Richard McKay's gone off there. We're down to 33.
Marcus is putting some pressure on Mr. Bird into turn 1.
So Andy's saying Lingham disappeared in front of me, and other rear-ended me, and we seem to be entangled together.
Yeah, it did look a bit.
Yeah, it did look like. Yeah,
it wasn't driving. It was definitely some sort of netcode issue.
Yeah, definitely. So Neutlings has just passed. You can see there. Oh, making contact with each other. Neutlings and Yart Larson. So Neutlings has passed Yart Larson. And Christopher did gain at one point, ready to pass Derek. Derek must have made a mistake.
Oh, okay, Terry, you reckon? No, less cars, less lag.
No, I'm not convinced, Terry. We've had this many cars on track before without a problem.
I thought McLaren just avoided the BMW in turn 1.
Yeah.
Don't know where it was, but I'm coming Biondi actually. Yeah, Biondi.
Craig now is putting pressure on Don. A lot of pressure on Don. In fact, what we'll do is we'll go to Craig's car. We'll go to the bonnet of Craig's car and have that in the window. You get to see the front and the rear. You get to see Craig chasing. And you get to see Don being chased.
Lucky that was Don's rear, not Gunner.
Oh dear. There he goes again. I'm sure there's a gift for that somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, there must be.
The only change, Malcolm, is the location. So yeah, it is a different server, but it is a different location. The irony of it is, some of the people in the States have suffered as well, and that's where the server's, the server's based in North America. I have to admit, I personally haven't suffered being in Europe. The front just... Oh, there's the pass. He's made the pass, hasn't he? Yeah, Dom made a mistake. And it let Thunderbird through. And yet Larson is still putting pressure on at Mark here. There is another battle going on. There's a couple of battles going on. Bruce is putting pressure on Jeremy. That Audi will outrun the Aston, though. We know that for a fact, don't we? Oh,
yeah, unfortunately, we do.
A couple of BMWs coming in there. That was Melvin. And there's contact between Kenneth and Uwe, is it? I think. Let's just check what's gone on there, because it looks like Uwe's lost a lot of places there. So Uwe's coming up the inside on Kenneth here. He's hit the brakes to stop him hitting him. Kenneth's gone round the corner. He's gone wide. Oh. I think Kenneth got that wrong in my view there. The way he come back on, that was this. Oh. And then Uwe nearly got took out. So I think, I think Kenneth was at fault there. The way he rejoined. He rejoined and carried on moving across the track.
Bit of an angle, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Marco is now putting pressure on Jonathan Wood.
Well, Mark, he's got up to 6, John.
Yeah, he has. I think actually, has he passed Marco now?
Yeah, he's part of, I think, into turn 1, I think.
Yeah.
Although this looks a bit interesting now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, that... Oh, he's going on the outside. That takes a few kahunas. It's just the power of the Honda there then. Whoops, I'm out of here. And it puts him under pressure then from Marco behind. So Jonathan's going to have to go defensive now. Ken Russell's made a pass. In fact, Uwe's struggling here. So Uwe's got damage. You can see his bonnet's damaged. And it's allowed Ken to pass him. Bruce has been passed by Paolo there. So Paolo Biondi's just made the pass. And now Paolo's chasing Jeremy down.
Meanwhile, Pit Bits, Mr. Chapstick is leading. His followers will be jumping at the bit.
And there you can see, we've just had a bit of a pass there. Let me just go back to that. Do we see the pass? Up the inside, contact. Oh, he's forced him off there, I think. Both fighting. Yeah, he's made the pass, hasn't he? But yeah, definitely contact there. Yeah, David Gerrard, he's out on his own there. Best lap is a 1:55.8. He's faster than anybody by nearly a second. He's out. He's just taking the mickey now, and he's just driving around for fun. Derek's putting pressure on Tommy now. Tommy went a bit wide there. He's got a good run here, is Derek. He's going to have to defend Tommy. Derek's going up the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Nah, he's going to say... Don't. Tommy's made another mistake.
Yeah,
Derek's got the inside. He's got it. He's got it.
Now, can the Poles catch up to the Honda?
So I don't think the BMW... I was going to say, I don't think the BMW will have the grunt on the Porsche, but he's definitely coming back here. And Derek's gone very defensive on the inside line there. He's broke. He's broke late, Derek. Oh, get it round. Get it round. He's just managed to get it round. Tommy's not giving up, though. Derek's going to have his wits about him there. And as Tommy puts pressure on him. So Benny's gone off. What's happened to Benny? Oh, that was nearly... Oh. Unsafe G-join alert. Unsafe rejoin alert. He lost a lot of places there, did Benny. He lost 7 places, I believe. On that pass, on that going off alone.
That's getting Mr. Noble a little bit excited. He should be able to catch up.
So Bruce Hopkins is going backwards now after putting pressure on Jeremy. We've got Uwe's coming into the pits. He's obviously going to repair his car or retire. And that means Jeremy moves up another place. So we're now starting to see the field spread out a little bit. And there's no immediate battles going on. Derek's now pulling away from Tommy. Wood is not really catching Christopher, but Marco is not catching Wood. Paolo Biondi, there hasn't been a pass. Ollie's just passed Ricard. Paolo is trying to pass Jeremy now, so let's see how Paolo does. You can see he's really putting pressure on Jeremy there. We've got Eric behind in the BMW as well, so Jeremy's really going to feel pressure. He'll have one car behind him. If he gets past, he'll have another car. But we saw Jeremy the other day defending against, I don't know who it was actually, but no one could get past him. He just got a BMW going wide there in the background.
Aston Martin taking the shortcut across the grass.
That was Aston, was it? Yeah. In fact,
Yeah,
Bruce Hopkins. Bruce has decided to put it in the pits as well. He's called it a day at the moment. You can see that Eric's really putting pressure on Paul, and Paul's putting pressure on Jeremy. I said Paul. I'm sure his name's Paolo, actually.
New site just popped up. It's might disappear for 5 minutes.
Oh, and there's been a change at the front. Sorry, towards the front. Wood has got past Christopher. Let's see how he's done that, because he was a good second behind. He's gained into that corner. So Christopher's got very close to Noble here. So I wonder if Christopher's outbroke himself in this corner, because he's going to have come from a long way back there as Wood. Oh, he's gone up the inside. Oh, he nearly hit Noble. In fact, Christopher led him there because Christopher eased right off. That was a bit of a dive, that, I think. He got away with it. There was contact. So Wood did actually hit Noble. It'll be interesting to see if Christopher will try and get it back. There's been a bit of contact at the back. Let's see what's happened there with Ollie and Benny, I think it is. So Benny's 2 cars ahead here at the moment. So Ollie's coming around the corner. I wonder if Benny's already on the track and Ollie can't really avoid him. Let's just see what goes on. Yeah, oh, he's going sideways. Oh, that's going to hurt. And Ollie decides to pit as a result of it. Yeah, Ollie got caught out there. I don't think there's much Ollie can do, and his steering's gone. But yeah, I think Ollie was very unfortunate there. And Marco's now putting pressure on Christopher. In fact,
Yes,
Pal,
arrive at the scene.
this is still going on here. Don's having a great race. In the obviously Scotland coloured BMW, he's managed to pass Eric, and none of them have. Jeremy's disappeared. He scampered off into the front, Jeremy, and we've also got Melvin joining that party. So we've got 3 BMWs, and I think the car behind them's a BMW as well, which is Klaus's. Now Christopher's took Wood, and Wood's now under pressure from Marco. I don't know whether Jonathan's made a bit of a mistake there, and he's lost out, because that gap from Christopher to him implies that. I wonder if he's got a wrong braking point into T1, and it's allowed Christopher to take him back, or Christopher's returned the favour and gone for that dive up the inside.
Yeah, I missed it. Couldn't get it.
Right, let's go to Mr. Banks, putting pressure on Kenneth here. A couple of Adams putting pressure on Brian as well, and behind Adam we've got Ken Russell. Ken's made slow progress, making progress slowly to the front as well. He's having a good race.
I think you might be in a safe place tonight, JC. To be fair, look at
Yeah.
he's on track tonight.
I think that, yeah. Right, so Ken's still putting pressure on Adam, and we've got this battle. Oh, look at this! Oh, they've caught Jeremy up. Jeremy's becoming a bit of a roadblock now. So let's go to the wing cam of Jeremy. Oh, we've got that chat bot going on again. Let's block the chat bot. Yeah, that chat bot's been blocked.
All aboard the Jeremy train.
Yeah, and while he's there, Melvin and Klaus have had contact. I think Klaus just nudged Melvin, but Melvin's still got position. At this moment, he's okay. Jeremy going a little bit wide there. Don in the BMW's looking really racy at the moment. Brian's managed to pass Kenneth. A couple of cars in front. Look at that trail behind Jeremy. He must be looking in his mirror thinking, wow. Oh, Jeremy's took a shortcut. He's managed to hold it, though.
Jeremy's now driving like politics.
Yeah, all over the place. Yeah, Don looks like he's going to get the McLaren here. That McLaren's just going defensive. He's going to go around the outside.
Oh, Mr. Russell's stopped in turn 1.
Yeah, they've had contact.
Yeah,
they've had contact, so he's waited for him. They're catching them up, though. These are catching Mr. Russell up. That's going to be another part of the parade going on in a minute. This is where the action is at the moment. And there's Don going for the inside. Is he going to take it? No, Jeremy's really slow round there. That gives Don a bit of an advantage. He's going to have to get the car really swung round here, though, to get the power down. And then we've got Eric sat behind that. And then Melvin sat behind Eric. So great little race going on here. Mark Christopher's still putting pressure on... Mark Christopher's now putting pressure on David Noble up at the front. Let's keep on this battle a little bit.
Yeah, I think Jeremy just put it in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Oh, Hugh Morris. What's happened with Hugh? He's doing donuts. That won't really help him. And we've had oh look, we've had a bit of an incident there. I don't know if there's contact.
He just went for it. If had a gap, went for it.
Yeah.
Trying to make his own room.
Oh, here you go. So what? There was no contact here, but it looks like he just carried on going.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got in the wash of Jeremy's car. If you get it wrong up here, though, you can't. You know, he's tried to. Oh! He's going too fast, isn't he? He's realised I can't brake. Fair dues to him, though. He didn't hit anybody. But that doesn't mean that the battle was over. Don's right up the rear now of Jeremy. Right up the rear. He's going to need some of that cream, innit? That rash cream. The woolly pie cream.
A whole gaggle of BMWs wanting to get past now.
Yeah. Funny, innit? All the BMWs together, though. Let's talk to BMW. Wood is looking at Christopher. He got a good drive out of that corner.
Well, they're all on the back of the... they're all on the back of Mr. Hellstrom.
Yeah. Mr. Hellstrom's holding them up, and Eric isn't closing the gap on Jared. Jared's last lap was a 156.5, and Derek's was a full second slower. So I don't know what Jared's on, but there's only 3 drivers in the 156s at the moment, and he's not the quickest out of the 3 of them, but he's the second fastest. So Christopher's looking to get onto Noble here, but equally Wood's looking to get past Christopher. He's already had one go, and that other battle's still going on at the back as well with the 4 cars, which I'll switch to in a second. That's still going on. So yeah, it's almost like a carbon copy, this one, isn't it? 1 Audi, 4 BMWs.
Something's got to give it a minute.
Don had to put the brakes on, and that's cost Don now. Eric's going to get Don because Jeremy got the corner wrong. But Don's got the inside line.
Oh, that giving it.
Oh, that BMW at the back. Klaus nearly took Melvin. Oh, Don and Eric are really going for it here.
It's like Noah's Ark, 2 BMWs side by side.
He's got good run there as Don, but Jeremy's got the line. Jeremy's gone, look at that. Jeremy talking about putting the fence up. Has Don got the... Oh, that could have got a bit toasty there. And Melvin might gain out of this. Mr. Trapp's looking for the inside line. Oh, that was close. Wow.
I'm glad they're racing, not me, because, yeah.
You'd feel it, wouldn't you? And we've got a problem. Mr. Noble has lost places. What's gone on here?
Oh, David.
So Noble was behind, and Craig Holmes has had contact as well. So Noble was behind Tommy. There's no contact shown against Noble, so I don't know if he's just made a mistake and it's cost him. But because they're all bunched together, Getting back on track would be an issue, wouldn't it?
Yeah, much look worse.
Oh, he's hit the curb hard there. So much for the BMW riding the curb well. And he's just lost all momentum. And he loses 2 places. And he is fighting with Marco now. He'll be cursing Noble now after that. And you can see there, Marco's got him. Coming into the next corner. The Coca-Cola curve.
Oh yeah, he got 2. He got 2 on in the sand, and he got his wheels in the sand.
Yeah. Melvin's made a pass on Mr. Trapp. And there was contact between them, actually. Let's see what's gone on there. So, it looks like Jeremy's been passed, has he? No, Jeremy's not been passed. He's not giving up. Oh, he's really pushing, though. The wily Coyote himself, Jeremy, really holding them up there. So let's see what happens here. Klaus is really close to Melvin. Melvin's got the inside line, and they make contact. And that sends Klaus off. So side-by-side racing. I'm going to jump to the front because we've got a battle at the front. Sorry, back to the front. Sorry, because we've still got a battle going on at the front. So there's 2 battles going on. Don Harvey looks like he's lost a bit of speed at the moment. But Eric is putting pressure on Jeremy now, and I'll keep an eye on that. I might switch back to that one in a minute. In fact, I'm going to go to that one because Eric is right up the chuff of Jeremy. I think we might see Eric get Jeremy on the straight here, if he can get the angle right. And then Melvin's after Jeremy then. Ricard's had contact. He's still going, but Ricard's had contact.
Chris has made a mistake. Give him with a little sniff.
He has.
Not quite taken it.
Christopher's gone into defensive mode. And Noble's now defending from Johan as well. Eric's going for Jeremy here. Is he going to make the pass? No, he's not. Let's go back quickly to Johan, who's really trying to put pressure on Mr. Noble here. So Noble's lost a number of places in just 1 lap, really, hasn't he? I think 3 places he's lost. And he's got a good run there, Johan.
Still got just under 15 minutes. Got time to get it back. Anything can happen in 15 minutes.
Well, absolutely, it always does.
Just takes one little love tap. One little brain fade.
Hi, Bruce. Yeah. Yeah, they're all really pushing, aren't they? And let's go back to this battle. Oh, Klaus is really getting close to Melvin there. And Eric's getting really close to Jeremy. I hope we're not going to see Klaus go for the rear end of Jeremy. Oh.
I think if you blink, you're going to miss it.
Yeah. I don't want to switch views to anywhere else because I might miss something. Oh, good driving there by Melvin. Melvin kept the inside line very tight to stop Klaus claiming it. And Eric's now all over the back end of Jeremy. He's not got the speed. He really hasn't got the speed. We've got Christopher and Wood still fighting at the front as well. Eric's going for it. Eric's going for it. Is he going to make the move? He's made the move. Oh, and Jeremy decides, no, not on my watch. That was not like Jeremy, that. He really hit him, didn't he?
I was literally the cars behind. I'm going to watch again.
I'm going to put the replay on. Yeah, I think... So basically, Eric sells Jeremy the dummy. To stop.
He put his card, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So Eric goes here, and Jeremy decides.
Trapp's had a go at someone.
Melvin.
Has he hit Melvin? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Jeremy there, but that's.
Oh yeah, they both come into contact and the start finish straight.
Yeah, Trap's gone to the pits.
Possibly on the corner
exit. Oh yeah, I've just seen that. That was on my replay. Yeah, as they're coming into the corner, he's hit Melvin, and Melvin's gone into the barrier.
Well, they're probably avoiding the car. I don't know.
Don't know. Didn't seem to be anybody in front, really.
Well, yeah, Jeremy reappeared, didn't he?
An unsafe rejoin.
They could see him.
Oh, Johan's going for the inside here. Is he going to make the pass on Noble? He's got the line. He's got the drive, and he's made the pass. And...
Has he got the inside? Oh.
Christopher. Oh, Christopher so close on Tommy there. Oh, and that's allowing Wood to come in.
Noble's not giving it up, though.
No, he's not. And Wood's not giving up either. Yeah, Noble's really having a go.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he has. He's got the corner and he's got the inside line here. Yeah, he's got the inside line, so he's going to be able to take him for another lap here. But we've still got this battle in front, and Christopher got loose before. Oh, Woods got loose, and that's going to allow Marco to pass him. He got loose in that area where said you can lose it.
Yeah, on the curbs, isn't he?
Yeah. So Marco's going to try and... yeah, Woods mistake that. Pushing too hard. And he's now going to have to try and hunt Marco down again. And then behind him, we've got Noble being pushed by the BMW of Johan.
Yeah, but if Marx makes the chat subscribers only, we wouldn't get these good sites to go to. Just an opinion.
Yeah.
Car 222 is yellow flag. Who's 222?
Melvin.
He's boxed now.
He's
giving up the ghost.
I think he has. He'll be saying, right, I'm out of here, lads. I'm done. Johan's going for David again here. Has David got wise to it, though, and he's going to defend the inside line this time? Yeah, he is, isn't he? He's going for the outside. Oh, Woods got really deep there and nearly made contact with Marco. And Marco's really putting pressure on Christopher now, but he's gone wide. He pushed too much there. And they're coming up to back markers. It's going to get interesting because, oh, Christopher's very wide there. Let's go to Tommy. So Tommy's now caught up one of the back markers. I'm not too sure where the back marker is. I can't really tell from here.
Is that Mr. Shannon? It's a red and white Honda. Aaron's usually red and white, isn't he?
It is, yeah. I think it is, actually. It would move out the way, Aaron, as well, to be fair. But that's not going to cause any impact. Adam Rios was putting pressure on Banks there. And Russell's just getting on with it. Don Harvey's back hunting down Jeremy again. And Aaron, yeah, Aaron's tucked to the grass to avoid... oh, don't get yourself caught. Tucked to the grass to get out of the way. And there's Don chasing Jeremy down again. Hi, Melvin. Bit of carnage out there with the Melvin. Yeah, pick the bones out of that, I think, is the case, isn't it?
What we conclude is too many BMWs don't go together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was good entertainment while it lasted. Mr. Torrance has decided to do a handbrake turn in turn 1, I think.
Yep. Don's not giving up here, is he? Really not giving up here. I'm trying to find my mouse. There's my mouse. I lost my mouse then, you know, as you do. Melvin, I'm not saying anything, I'll be banned. Melvin was watching it.
What was that song? That song goes, "The camera never lies."
Oh, that was... oh, I'm trying to think who that is now. That's the late 80s, early 90s, isn't it?
It certainly was, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Bucks Fizz? No, can't be good at it.
Oh, I'll get very close to Jeremy, though. He needs a good drive out, and he will get Jeremy.
Mr. Russell is going to go at Mr. Lingham, I think.
He is indeed. He's been behind Kenneth, though, for a couple of laps in that position. You get that on the helicam, Malcolm. If I go to, say, the... if I go to the far chase, you won't get it. It's purely the helicam you get it on. So you'll hear it perfectly now.
I was right.
Bucks Fizz. Cheers, Melvin.
I didn't want to admit it, personally.
Jeremy's gone deep. Has Don got him? Has Don got him? Don's dispatched of Jeremy. He forced a mistake out of Jeremy.
It's close on the brakes.
But he was very close. He's not giving up, is he?
I turned my head. That's how close it was coming in the next corner.
Second time Jeremy's nearly took someone out. First time I think he did. When he took Eric out. So is Eric still running?
Is the new Jeremy, the new feisty Jeremy.
No, Eric's gone. Oh no, Eric's pitting. Yeah, Eric's in the pits. Yeah, I'll be giving Jeremy a stern warning later. So Marco's lost places here because he was chasing Wood and Christopher. And he's now behind Mr. Noble.
And look at the front.
Derek's really closed down.
Something's happened to Mr. Gerard.
Is it, his last lap was a 2:01?
2:01.2. She's had an accident incident somewhere.
Has he gone off? I've not seen any yellow flags against him, to be honest.
I'm going to rewind a minute to see what happens. This would have done it.
But yeah, 4 seconds.
It's a big loss.
It is, and has he damaged his car? More to the point, can we see has he damaged his car? No, that Honda does look okay. It looks intact. Can't see the bent. I can't see the bonnet flapping.
There's a mark on the back. There's a few marks on the back. There's scratches on the rear bumper.
I wonder if he's been fighting with a back marker.
And the front, it's all crumpled down the right-hand door.
Oh, is it? So is it something then?
Because I've got the Technicolor of just a black car. I can see the more.
Ah, right, got you. Yeah, Derek's not catching him though. The gap's increasing, so he's got himself going again. I'm sure we'll see a Pit Bits video in the next couple of days about it anyway.
What did he have? What if he had a chapstick in his hand again?
All over his face.
Yeah. Yeah, the car's got some damage on it. So.
How many still in the race? There's 29 still left in the race, although one of them is in the pits. And Frank's still running. Frank's in 20th. He's just been passed by one of the faster guys. Christopher's putting pressure on Hellstrom now. And Wood is wanting to get back into that party. He's looking really quick, is Christopher here. Now, it's the Honda's tyres are supposed to not last, so it'll be interesting to see how he's faring, or whether he's got a great run there. Tommy's gone into defensive mode here. He's twitching a lot, Tommy. He's really pushing because he's coming out the corner at track limits there. This is the only close battle on track at the moment.
Thunderbirds are still going in 10th. He's Bentley compatriot in 9th. He's an Aston Martin. So he'll be having Mark will be having the last laugh tonight.
Yep. Oh, Tommy got a real, I don't know if that was oversteer or not, but his car twitched massively.
Yeah, so did Mark Christopher.
Yeah.
He's just lost the rear of his car. No?
Yeah, Wood's lost time as well.
Johan is, yeah.
Wood twitched in the corner. Johan's right up his jacksie here. Johan's going to go for the dive, but I think Wood will brake late. Yeah.
Oh, uncomfy in the corner.
Yeah, he's made it, Wood. He's made it. They did make contact, actually. And Marco. Oh, what's happened to Marco? Marco, what's happened? Oh, he's got sideways.
Oh.
Nearly made contact. And Wood has been involved with an incident as well.
Oh. So's Craig.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's happened with Craig? Let's have a look at that. Did he collect Marco?
Yep.
Oh, right, okay. Let's see this then. I saw Marco spinning. Craig was having a good race, actually.
I couldn't even work out where that was.
It was the last corner, wasn't it? It was the Vedel. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's terminal for Craig's. That Thunderbirds aren't go. Unfortunately. Just wait for the
Thunderbirds coming through.
This is still part of the replay, by the way, what's on the stream. That's going to change in a second. There you go, an Flack. Yeah, Marco's still trying to get going again. And he's deciding that the grass is the safer bet.
his tyres are not having fun. His
Yeah.
rear of his car is probably obliterated by the Bentley going through it.
Yeah.
Well, just over a minute to go, gents. Battle for the podium is still going.
Christopher's going to go for it. Tommy's pushing him wide a little bit. He's got the right to because he is in front. Christopher's not giving up here. I think that BMW is struggling on tyres, me.
I think it's been struggling for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah. You know what? I can't even begin to think driver of the day on this lot. What an absolute nightmare for driver of the day. Oh, Marco's off again. No, he's not struggling.
Mine's going to Gerard.
Yeah.
Just for being...
Oh, it's not over. It's not over. Tommy sideways did come in the last corner.
And yet he's still got the drive out the corner. How is that possible?
He drifted it. I think we're going to see a possible pass here. Because that Audi's gaining. Look at this. Look at the difference here on the Audi. Sorry, the Honda. Christopher's got to get his braking point right. He has, but Tommy's going for it. Oh, Christopher's gone wide. Christopher's got the inside line though. He needs to keep that line into the next corner, and he'll claim it. Tommy's not giving up. He's got that foot well and truly planted.
When you brake, I'll brake a little bit later.
Look at the racing here. Look at this for racing. Oh, Christopher's decided to go off. Oh, Jonathan would sit there thinking, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can have some of this.
He's licking his lips on the last lap.
Oh, it's all carnage. What's happened? Oh, Wood, well and truly obliterated. Oh,
Nice shortcut, John. Well done.
Deary me.
Well.
Yeah, that's... yeah, Marco's really struggling here. He can't keep it on track.
And Johan... nips at the first.
Oh, you see that? There's been another incident just behind.
Dear. Johnny's gone off again.
Noble's gone up the inside. Oh, dear. That's a bump past that for Mr. Noble.
Into a closing gap, yeah.
Johan gained from all that.
Yeah, Johan's laughing.
He's laughing, going, I've got the podium.
Meanwhile, David's carrying around the final corner.
He is indeed. Yeah, let's go to TV cam. Let's see him watch across that line. Yeah, front of it looks all right. It's not too bad, that. Well done, Mr. Gerard. Mr. Bird, excellent result.
He's always there to pick up the pieces.
He is. And Johan made it. By hook or by crook.
I think he's letting Mark Christopher through.
Oh, I think he feels for Christopher for that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a gent. Okay.
Yeah.
Gentleman of the day, Johan.
Yeah.
But full, take it.
Yeah.
There's points involved.
Don, great race there. 9th position, to be fair. Kept out of trouble. Michael coming round in 10th place.
I think Johnny probably got a little bit excited with that one.
I think he did, yeah.
And misjudged it.
Yeah, I might switch Messenger off on my phone.
Oh, you can see what he was seeing, and then
has he run out of? Has Marco run out of fuel?
It looks like it. Looks like he needs a push.
Oh, he's waiting for Craig.
Was Craig going to give a push?
Craig's not buying it.
Yeah. He doesn't want a freebie. He doesn't want a freebie.
He's pushing him over the line.
He doesn't want a freebie.
Oh dear.
I'll take the SA hit instead of a freebie. So
yeah.
Well done to the marshal waving the flag. Well done.
Yeah, red flag. Yeah, I saw that red flag being waved. And Adam there, Brian Banks with a great result, 14th. Ken Russell coming round in a great 16th as well.
Oh, you can take that to the bank. Well, that's enough excitement for one day.
It is, and that's it. Every car is now classified. Well, thank you very much. Not the cleanest of races, but, you know, we are given the hand we're dealt with. Well, thank you very much, Chris. Take care and look after yourself.
Yep, cheers, guys. Have a nice evening.
Bye, all.